If you can possibly keep track of what's going on, you're a better person than I, my friend. It's better than anything I ever thought possible. I am absolutely so in love with what is going on, with what I'm seeing, with what I'm feeling, with what I'm experiencing. And I'm sure you are the same way, dear friend. I want to talk about a lot of things tonight, and I want you to, first of all, think about what we're saying, revel in this excitement, and understand that our best days have yet to come. Our best days. I'm so pleased to be with you. I'm so pleased to be an American. I'm so pleased to be a part of this great administration. I guess we're not really a part of the administration, but we're beneficiaries of such. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. The Doge crowd, the people screaming and yelling about Epstein. And do you really want to talk about it? Do you really want to talk about it? Or do you want to just be like other people? No. You want to talk about the honest to God truth, the really important truth, the critical truth, the truth that makes the most sense. That's what we're going to be talking about. We'll talk about Epstein. We'll talk about a lot of other things too. And we're going to be talking about, moreover, a lot of the stories that are coming about. So I want you to sit back, relax, get ready, because we have a show for you tonight, the likes of which you cannot believe. But first, my friend, my dear friend, my friends, my family, listen to me. Are you drowning in debt? You're not alone. New reports show the average person is buried under $8,674 in credit card debt, with total consumer debt soaring to a staggering $104,215, including mortgages, auto loans, student loans, and credit cards. It's a financial crisis, and without a real solution, many will keep spiraling deeper. That's why I want to introduce you to a powerful secret weapon that has helped so many regain control. They specialize in consolidating all your debts into one manageable monthly payment, and even negotiate a settlement so that you can pay less than you actually owe. Think about this. They've already settled over $275 million in debt. Think about that. Helping people break free in an average of just 28 months. I've personally recommended their services to friends and clients who needed a way out, and now I'm bringing it straight to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. So don't wait. Book a free consultation today, right now, at NoDebtWithLionel.com. That's NoDebtWithLionel.com. The link is right under the title here. It's time to take back control of your finances. Act now. Get out of debt and start living the life you deserve. A couple of things, my friends. Let's see if we can explain what is happening in no particular order. I want to discuss something which is interesting, something which a lot of people are not talking about. Let me see if I can explain this to you. There is something that is happening specifically regarding the notion of this thing called the Epstein files. And there's talks about whether our good friend Pamela Joe Bondi will be providing the actual files themselves. And people are saying things like, release the files, release files. What do you think exactly are the files that are being released? What do you think is being done? This is the most important thing. What do you think is being done? Let me see if I can explain this to you. What files do you think people are talking about in terms of their revelation? What is it? Is it the lists of people Is that it? Do you think it's the list of people? Do you think it's the list of folks? Do you think what precisely do you think is the story? What? Because I'm telling you right now, and I want you to listen very, very, very carefully. There is nothing, and I'm sorry to say this, but there is nothing that you are going to learn by virtue of the lists of people on this, whatever you want to call it. That's not the issue. The question I have for you is, what do you think is that which you are trying to find? Tell me. What do you think? What do you think the list is going to tell? What do you think the list is going to indicate? What is the list going to show? Anything? Anything? What do you think is going to be shown by virtue of having people there? Anything? What do you think? We have a list of people who went to the various islands or whatever it is, right? What do you think that's going to tell you? Because this is a part I don't understand. And I'm trying not to be a jerk about this. I don't think I'm being a jerk, but that's not the question you want to ask. That is not the question you want to ask. What do you think specifically is the thing? You have a list. He went here, he went there. Okay, fine. Let's assume Bill Clinton's name is on the list. We know it's on the list, right? We know it. What do you think is going to happen? What? And as far as I'm concerned, let people see it. Let people be aware of it. Let people understand what is happening. I understand. I get all that. I get it. The question I have is very simply this. What do you think you're going to learn? What is it that you want to learn? And they're yelling at Pamela Joe Bondi. You're going to don't let it know. Okay, fine. What is it that you want to know? Tell me the thing. And I'm serious. I want to ask you. And I want you to answer the question and do me a favor because I want to look at what you write, but I want you to write in English and I want you to write something that I can go on, that we can share, Other than nothing, I understand that. What is it that people are demanding be known? What is it? What? What is the thing? And I am going to tell you a couple of things here. Hang on. The real interesting thing is to know as to how he was dispatched, how he was unlived. That's the issue. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's the issue. Everything else that's the issue. I love this. Northwoods. What the hell does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? What? Do you think I'm sorry to say this. What do you really think? Who dispatched him? Who sent him? Who? Who dispatched him? Who did he work for? Who did he work for? The other day, I think I told you this. Tucker Carlson was talking about Barry Weiss. He couldn't even say Israel. He couldn't say it. What is the matter with us? Don Bongino was talking about, and you know what I heard? I heard that Epstein was working for a Middle Eastern country. What is the matter with us? What is going on here? I have the hardest problem sometimes dealing with, and not with you, but with the rest of the world, because a lot of people don't really understand what it is that like what to look for. Who was it whom did he work for? When you have a Ehud Barak, Les Wexner, Epstein, Alan Dershowitz, all of these folks. I mean, Alan Dershowitz was a lawyer. I'm not saying he's involved in anything, but these are people who all of them are very serious. Do you not see any interesting? The prime minister? What? Where is the evidence of this stuff? Where is it? And not only that, if you have it, what are you going to do with it? Let's assume you've got a picture of, let's be crazy, Bill Clinton doing something. What are you going to do with it? You know what he's going to say? That's not me. That's not me. I don't know where you got that from. That's somebody else's thing. That's not my deal. That's not my story. That's not my thing. What is that? What is that? That's not my thing. That is not my, I don't know what you want to call it, but that's not my story. That's not my group or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't there. I didn't do anything. That wasn't my stuff. What are you supposed to do with this? This is the part which I find so fascinating. What is it that, that's not me. Okay, what? We've already seen this. We've already heard this. How was he dispatched? That's the issue. That is the issue I'm trying to talk about. That is it. How was he dispatched? Who did it? Who did it? Where did this guy come from? Where did he come from? All of a sudden, he was a nobody. People who are in New York, people who are in the big world of high finance, all the hedge funders knew everybody. Nobody ever heard of this guy. That's the issue. Where did he come from? He went to work for the Dalton School. Remember that Dalton? The Dalton School? Dalton School was important because the Dalton School was, who was the headmaster there? Bill Barr's father. He came out of nowhere. I don't even think he had a degree. Where did he come from? He was almost like picked out of nowhere. That's the story. Where did this? Les Wexner basically said, "You're my guy. I'm turning everything over to you." Just created him out of nowhere. This is the story. I don't care about who went to the. People went there. They had people, families went there. It wasn't all, What are you going to do when you get these girls? What are you going to do when you get these girls? What are you going to do when you get them? And you line them up and you say, okay, what are you going to do? I'm not going to talk to you. Why? Because I already settled. I settled. Well, you better talk to me now. Well, I don't think you want me now. Well, we're going to talk to you. She takes a stand. Nothing happened. Nothing. Honest says to learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. That is a wonderful story. Yes, and so true. So what is this? What did he have to do with, where did he come from? Look, nobody wants to find out about this. This is what they think. Everybody puts this thing into this notion about the lists of people. Where are the lists? The people of the lists, and who are the lists of? What do you want the list for? I don't know. I keep saying this. Last night, somebody said 9/11 was an inside job. What does that mean? I don't know. I keep saying that. Well, what do you mean? Well, why do you think it's an inside job? Well, because, no, that doesn't mean anything. Who was it who sponsored him? What was the connection between Ghislaine Maxwell, Robert Maxwell, Ehud Barak, a former prime minister of Israel? What are we talking about? What are we, and there was Dan Bongino the other day. You're not going to believe this. He probably wasn't keeping those films for himself. I think it was some Middle Eastern country. So you know what? Look, do me a favor. If you don't want to find out, let's don't bother. Can I just say that? Do me a favor. Let's don't bother with this stuff. Don't bother with me. If you're really not serious, because I don't think people really want to get into it. I really don't. I don't think people want to talk about this. The first thing I would do if I had an intelligence agency, the best one around, I would have extortion like this. I would have honeypots. I would do it. Wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you really seriously want to do that? I would. Oh, I would. Absolutely, definitely, I would do that. I would want to have everything. And not only that, let's assume President Trump says, let me see the list. Oh, look at this. It's so-and-so. Let's say, crazy as this is, it's Joe Biden. Whatever, right? Let's assume. Why do you want to let Pamela Joe let you know this? I want to say, I want to take advantage of the idea, the notion of this, what am I trying to say? This notion of extortion by saying, look, I'm not going to tell you. Your secret's good with me. This is what J. Edgar Hoover did. Why do you want to let people know? Why would you want people to know? Unless you just want to blow things up. What do you think is going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. What kind of case is there? What are you going to do? Bring somebody? You're going to charge him or something? You're going to put Bill Clinton on the stand for something to happen? What? Okay. He takes the stand. He's got the Sicilian flu. Have you seen him lately? He's walking around with his mouth hanging open. I mean, come on. Seriously. Do you really want to know what? I mean, is that really what's important to you? Do you not think we do? What do you think intelligence is? What do you think all this is about? What are we doing with this? They're just toying with this. I don't care about who was there. I want to know who set you up, who created him. That's what I want to know. Who created him? Where did he come from? Why did Les Wexner give him all this money? Why did he create this? Why did he create these honeypots? Who were you working for? What? Is it Ehud Barak? Are you an Israeli spook? Are you Mossad? What are you? That's what I want to know. Everything else is like, eh. And how was it that you dispatched this guy, unlived him, and everybody knows it? Hyoid cartilage, thyroid, hyoid bone, thyroid cartilage, petechial hemorrhaging, livor mortis, all this stuff. That's the stuff I want to know. Not this bit about who has the black book. Here's the black book. What do you want with the black book for? Here are the people. What was the deal made for Ghislaine Maxwell? Why did she end up doing nothing? Did they threaten her family? Did they say, look, you better watch what, do your time, get out. We'll do a quick switcheroo. You'll go to London or whatever it is. And, we'll give you this Bitcoin money. You write these numbers down. It's all yours. That's where this stuff is going. Pilgrim says, are we now unburdened by what has been? I don't know. I don't know. So thank you for that. But let me just say something. Does anybody really want to get to that? I want to know that stuff. I want to know who was involved. What intel agency? Did they work with us? Was it Mossad and CIA? Did we work together? Was it other people as well? Was it MI6? How do you do this? Everybody knows everything. We know who's involved. Any intel group knows what's going on. They go, come on. Then they dispatch him. Why did they dispatch him in front of everybody else? They could have taken him out. When he flew into Teterboro from wherever he was, they could have just disappeared him. You would have never heard about him. Why did they do that? They're not going to find that in a list. Why do you think that happened? Why did that work? Tell me that. How does that work? Let me say this again. Why did they do it so dramatically? He could have just, all of a sudden, as he's driving to the airport from France, he just nighty-night. And nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is. A couple of people might have heard him. That's what I want to know. What? But do you think we're going to find that out? No, of course not. So they're going to be dangling this stuff about the list and who was with the list. It doesn't matter. They're not going to find anything out. Just like the case I don't understand, I know you don't care about it, is Diddy. Diddy and what's his name? Why don't they just take it to trial? Let's go to trial. I'd love to do it. Come on, let's go. I don't know anything about it. Let's go. Tee it up. Call your first witness. Go. Who are you? Well, how many years ago is this? 30 years ago? What? Who are you? What did he do? Do you see the person? How do you know it was Diddy? Who are you? Let me hear this. What is that all about? I know you don't care about Diddy, but I'm saying, why is Diddy in jail? Why isn't he out? I don't understand this. I don't know. What do you think you're going to get from him? What? So let's find out about this. 9/11, JFK. JFK. What do you think they're going to find out with JFK? What? Now, here's some good stuff, which is really good. Did you see this other news tonight? Let me explain this to you. This is the most important. FBI is investigating. The FBI under Kash Patel has initiated an investigation into allegations against former director James Comey. The claims suggest that during the 2016 presidential campaign, Comey may have authorized an off-the-books operation to infiltrate Donald Trump's campaign using undercover agents. These allegations stem from a whistleblower's report, and the investigation aims to explore the legitimacy and extent of any such activities. Huh? You get them, Cash. Get them. Go crazy. Go crazy. How about this one? President Trump has signed an executive order suspending the security clearances of employees from Covington and Burling, a law firm associated with former special counsel Jack Smith. The action, occurring on Tuesday, it will be today, involves revoking clearances of legal professionals who assisted in investigations. The move has been met with reactions describing it as an effort to counteract what some view as weaponization of governmental agency. No, it's very simple. F you. You got that? Love Donald Trump. F you. Got it? Got it? Got it? How about this one? Representative Pramila Jayapal. Have you seen this piece of work? Addressing the role of immigrant families in the U.S. economy, said, look, we can't let them deport the millions of families across this country. Look at the food on your table. Think about who picked it. That's that same bunch of that bullshit line about that. Can you imagine that? We want you to stay in our country. We want all these laws to be broken. We want all the millions and billions of dollars because of the fruit or whatever that they pick. Stop it. Stop it. It's absolutely nonsense. Did you see this one today? President Trump, he made a surprise appearance during the first White House public tour since its reopening. Announced by First Lady Melania Trump, Trump interacted with the visitors, thanking them for their visit, which led the crowd chanting USA. The event marked the resumption of White House tours, emphasizing Melania Trump's efforts in making the White House ready for public access. They love this man. They absolutely love this man. How about more plane screw-ups? What the hell's going on with that? What is going on with that? Breaking, President Trump is now offering an immigration gold card for $5 million. It's going to give you a green card privilege plus. It's never been done. What the hell is that? Sounds a little shady to me. I'm sorry. I don't know about that one. But that's a little weird, a little strange, a little daft to me. AI robot malfunction at Chinese festival sparks safety debate. You're going to start seeing more of these robots that are losing their minds. Isn't that beautiful? Look at these other things too. Apple shareholders have shut down efforts to end DEI programs. Did you hear this? I guess people like that. Democratic Hank Johnson suggests that he wants U.S. Marshals to arrest Donald Trump. This man is out of his mind. This is the dumbass who thought that Haiti or no, what was it? Some island would tip over. Remember that one? This guy's retarded. AG Bondi warns Maine, California, and Minnesota to comply with federal law keeping boys out of girls' sports or face legal action. You go, girl. You go, girl. Go do it. I'm telling you. Go do it. See, nobody really wants to hear me. This is my. I love what the president is doing. Let me explain something. I was on a show today by the name of this fellow named Sean Atwood. Dirk McGee, by the way, says, how many bags of rice and beans for 2025, you think? How many bags of rice and beans for 25? What do you think? I have no idea what that means. Absolutely no idea what that means. None. But thank you. Not a clue. I have no idea what that means. So today I was on with this fellow named Sean Atwood. Sean Atwood's a good guy from the UK. And I said, I want you to understand what's going on. First of all, everybody's talking about Epstein. I hate to break it to you, but you need somebody to come forward. You need a victim. And I don't think any victim's going to come forward and say, yeah, that was me, all right. Okay. Yeah, how old were you? I was 13 years old. Who's it? Yeah, it's Bill Clinton or whoever. I'm just saying. You think this is going to happen? I don't know. It's just my dream, by the way, my dream is still to talk to people about 9/11 and bring up some incredibly important things about what happened, some little facts that nobody knows about. That's what I want to bring up. That's my thing. I want the president to talk about chemtrails and, as you call them, I don't call them that, but geoengineering. But we'll get to that in a moment. But anyway, so I was talking to Sean Atwood. I said, let me explain something to you. I said, the thing that you've got to really pay attention to, which is the most important, is that President Trump is, for the first time, undoing this thing that we called the shadow government or deep state or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's what you call it. And you're going to feel it as well. This is the thing. Forget all this. Listen, I don't want to ruin your time. You want to talk about Epstein? Go ahead. Here's what I want to know. How much money went into propping up Hollywood, the music industry, the news industry, MSDNC, all these people? How much? Forget this. What if all of a sudden you found that the thing that was holding up the movie industry was USAID-esque stuff? And everything says, wait a minute, it's done, it's finished, you're done. And all of a sudden they pull, all the funding is gone. All the funding is gone. Where's Rob Reiner? If you remember this, remember Rob Reiner? You don't remember that, do you? He's gone. He went crazy. Where is he? Where is Rob Reiner? Rob Reiner was one of these people. Look what Mark Wilson says. I love you, Lionel. Keeping it real cool. I shall. Thank you for that. Rob Reiner, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said, Rob, would you be our spokesperson? Yes. Rob, you're not making anything, right? I'm making shit. I'm not making anything. The last movie I had was A Few Good Men, but how much am I making with that? You're not going to, these things aren't this. This isn't Gone with the Wind. I need some help. Listen, would you be a professional asshole for the Democrats? Oh, absolutely. Okay, good. We'll take care of you. Do I get the deal that De Niro got? Yeah, De Niro got it too, because De Niro owes everybody, doesn't have any money, and he's going crazy. Okay. Notice they're not giving that money to Alec. Do you see what they did to Alec Baldwin? I almost felt sorry for Alec Baldwin. There's this guy who's going around pretending to be a Trump, just getting in Alec's face. And if Alec Baldwin reared off and slugged this guy, and I was a juror, as much as I despise Alec Baldwin, I think I'd look the other way. Even he has a right. Leave the guy alone. The guy's a complete nothing. He's out of his mind. He's got that crazy wife of his. He's doing some stupid job. Okay? But he doesn't get the USAID money. These other people do. Alec Baldwin did. Alec Baldwin did everything for them. Nothing. Nothing. What if I told you, what if we found out that people like Scorsese, Ken Burns, I'm just saying, Ron Howard, whoever, all of these people in these Academy Awards and these award shows, what if you found out that every single one of them was paid by USAID? That's what I want to know. Let me ask you another one. This is what I want to know. I asked Shawnee Atwood today. I said, Sean, because his name, I said, Sean, did you ever know anybody who was trans? He said, no. Anybody here? No. Anybody? No. Any cross-dressers, you know? Not really. I guess they're out there. You ever hear about it? Not really. No. Anybody? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know any? No. You know anybody who's got brain cancer? Yeah. You know anybody who's got heart disease or this? You ever know somebody who was manic depressive? Yeah. Do you ever know somebody who's bipolar? Yeah. You ever know somebody who's diabetic? Yeah. Do you ever know it? Yeah. You ever know who's in it? Yeah. Trans? No. 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 You got what I'm saying? No. So here's my question. Hang on. Here's the question. How is it that with this rarity of people that were trans, why is there these supernumeraries, these inordinate groups of people who happen to be trans, who are the children of people in Hollywood? Let me ask you that again. How is it that something that is so rare, we are here in New York City. Do you know what that means? New York City. Do you dig? Okay. And what's interesting about New York City, which I think, is that I've seen everything. Everything. And what's interesting about that is that I don't see these people. So let me ask you a question. What if I told you that I want to investigate whether, and this is important, whether these people sold their soul to the devil? Meaning, what if I told you that I want to see whether, and this is important, I want to see whether somebody said, listen, and go down the list of all the people who have children who are or whatever, but these half-ass wannabes. What if I told you, somebody said, listen, we will help your career. Talk about a Faustian bargain. We will help your career and help you if you, and this is important, if you sell your soul, so to speak, to the devil, but give us your child. What do you mean? Have one of your children become trans or have puberty blockers or whatever it is. Does that in any way sound beyond possible to you? Does that sound beyond possible to you in any way whatsoever? Does that sound like that's something that doesn't even remotely sound like it could be true? Do you think? Do you think that sounds impossible? Think about that for a moment. But first, this. When it comes to comfort, support, and a good night's sleep, my friends, My Pillow has revolutionized the way millions of Americans rest their heads with unmatched quality, cutting-edge design, and a commitment to American-made excellence. My Pillow has become a household name. And now with mypillow.com/Lionel, or using the promo code Lionel, you can unlock exclusive discounts and deals that bring comfort and savings right to your doorstep. That's right, my friend. Mike Lindell and the team in My Pillow aren't just selling pillows. They're on a mission to transform the sleep experience with a wide variety of products beyond their signature pillows. Whether you're looking for supportive adjustable pillows, luxurious Giza dream sheets, cozy towel, mattress toppers that cradle your body in comfort, My Pillow offers it all. And with their 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, you can be confident that My Pillow stands behind every product they sell. Now, why My Pillow stands out? Let me tell you, unlike generic pillows you grab off a department store shelf, My Pillow is customizable and engineered to cater to different sleep styles. Whether you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, their patented interlocking fill technology adjusts to your specific comfort needs, keeping your neck and spine properly aligned throughout the night. No more waking up with that sore neck, no more tossing and turning, just the restful, rejuvenating, and exhilarating sleep that you deserve. And it doesn't stop at pillows. My Pillow's Giza Dream Sheets, made from the finest Egyptian cotton, offer a smooth, breathable, and luxurious feel, turning your bed into a sleep heaven. So right now, my friends, do the right thing. Go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. It's easy for me to say, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. Simply the best. Trust me. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think it is beyond the possibility, beyond the realm of possibility that this happened? And if it did happen, do you know how sick that is? Do you know how sick it would be for somebody to go down the list and say, listen, it would really be beneficial to us if you could maybe give us, loan us, lend us, give us your child. Do you see what I'm saying with this? I guess what I'm trying to say, that I'm having a hard time with some folks, is that the stuff that you think is interesting really isn't. What's the most interesting, at least to me, is how depraved this is and how far it goes. Doge is the biggest story, bar none. Doge is the story. Doge is the biggest story, bar none. Doge is bigger than anything anybody's ever seen before. I don't think anybody really grasps this. It's huge. Do you know that not only does it affect us, it affects the world? What if I told you that not only did we have folks represent the, the music industry, film industry, political industry, but everything that has been a part of our, how do I say this? Everything that has been a part of our entertainment world has been paid for. And if you get to the bottom of that and cut this off, let me give you an example of something. I don't want to say too much. I'm finding out that people that I've known in some particular areas who are in legal offices in parts of the country involving certain areas, their entire offices are closing. Law firms that were involved in immigration, law firms that were involved in nonprofits, law firms that were devoted, thriving, big money, at least seemingly big, now shut down and closed because the source of the money is gone. What happens if you find out there's no more movie industry? Do you understand what I'm saying? What if there's no more movie industry? None. What if all of a sudden said, listen, we had a slate of, projects and they're gone now. And the reason why they're gone is because they just cut USAID. We were going to put this thing out. Do you remember a while back? Maybe you don't, but I'll tell you this. A while back, if you wanted to, let's say, put together a movie, and it was about, CIA or military or something, you would go to the government and they'd say, we will help you with everything that you're doing, provided you let us review the script, let us review what's going on, let us be. Tom Clancy was a spook. That Hunt for Red October, this idea that, can you believe this bullshit story? I can't believe how much you know. They gave it to him. They said, here, these people don't matter. Where do you think Microsoft came from? Do you think Bill Gates himself is some genius? No. They said, you'll do here. You're the guy who does this. Oh, you knew a little bit of something, but you're going to be our Microsoft person so that you, in QTEL, will back it up so that you can put all of these devices in every home, in every business, and we'll run them. You understand what I'm saying? Good. Okay. The Twitter story. Facebook story is my favorite. This guy is we used to say mobbed up. I guess you say spooked up. This Zuckerberg story is just incredible. All these people these stories you heard, how much of Silicon Valley itself is going to find out that was basically funded by this? I'll give you an example. Somebody told me one time that when there's a bunch of trees, if you're in a forest and you see a root or something and you chop it or you break it or you remove it, you'll wait and see which tree was affected. You go, oh, that tree was, and it's way over there. So when you cut the source of funding here, wait till you see what goes out. Why do you think MSDNC got rid of, what's her name? Why? Joy Reid. Her numbers, right? Her numbers always sucked. Why is it now? Why is it now? Why do you think all of a sudden they say we have to shut down and Fang and these other people and Jonathan Capehart, we have to close down? Well, their numbers are bad. They always were bad. Why do you think? What happened? What happened recently? They just got their money cut. That's going to be the issue. That's the thing which is the most, nothing scares people more than what Doge is doing. Nothing. Nothing. I'm telling you, and I want you to listen to me, that is going to be the story. Trump is destroying the deep state, and there's no stopping him and Doge. That is the issue. They hate Elon Musk. They're doing everything. Did you see this bullshit story about we're quitting? All these people, don't give me that nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's a lie. They're fighting frantically. And wait till you guess who you're going to see the next one. You ready for this? Keep your eye on Drudge Report. Drudge Report really was one of the simplest things ever. What was it? The aggregated stories. There's nothing to it. There's nothing. It's one of the cheapest. But that's the one. Where is Matt Drudge? Anybody ever see him? Is he alive? I don't know. Wait till you see what happens. And also, wait until you see this one. Trump is making deals with people. And he may not be clearing this with you, but he wants the next scalp. What do you think is Trump's next scalp? Guess what it's going to be. Guess. What do you think, honey? What show does he want? What show does he want gone? Who? Who is? What's the next show? What's the next show you're going to see close? That they will throw him, they will get rid of it just to appease him. Howie Brown's got it. The View. The View is it. That's got a bullseye on it. And they will do that just like they throw the virgins into the volcano, whatever it was, to appease the gods, the Doge gods. I'll make a deal with you. Think I'm kidding? I'll give you 6 more months of this for The View. We're not making money with The View. We don't need The View. Why? Because they're not making any money in the first place. Everything they're doing has been propped up by this. Watch this. We are going to party somehow when Joy Behar, when that sniveling, snaggletooth hag, okay, that termagant, that Rixatrix, that whatever you want to, I will, my soul will sing. It will be like an emotional fart. You will feel, knowing that cur, Joy Behar, Ana Navarro, do you see what CNN's doing? They're trying so hard. They're next. But Joy Behar, coming for you, babe. And guess what? Rachel Maddow is going to be all by herself. And they're going to keep her on a network where nobody's there. All right, my dear friends, I want to thank you. Mark Wilson, Dirk McGee, Pilgrim Media, and Honest AF. I think you know what that means. Please, 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 please follow Mrs. L. She and I did a great interview today. Please watch it. Follow her at Lynn's Warriors. It's so, if you're a mother, a father, a grandparent, a caregiver, please watch this. It's very important. All right, my dear friends, and also make sure you follow this. Have a great and a beautiful night. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Ta-ta.